Now I have to mute you there. And yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's start. And if I can still hear you, hang on. How do I do that? Banu, I still hear you on the Turkish. What's that? How can I do that? Ah, yeah, it's okay. Just yeah, you just talk. Okay. Now, very welcome everybody to our Talk to the Entity Info Zoom number 2. I'm not pretty sure if there's anyone who has attended the first one, so it doesn't matter. We will talk about some different things, and let's just wait. My computer is going crazy. That means entities are hanging around, probably, okay? So my name is Katharina Mies, and I live in Switzerland. I'm a CF of Access Consciousness and a Talk to the Entity facilitator. So that means that I can give the 2.5-day classes. And as you know, there's one planned this week, Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday in Istanbul. And that's really, really exciting. It's my first time that I'll be in Turkey in this lifetime. And you might ask, why did I choose Istanbul for the class? Well, that happened, I began in springtime, that people came to me, to my classes, Turkish people, and I heard all the time, go to Istanbul, go to Istanbul, go to Istanbul. And then in Rome, I met Banu and other people from Turkey, and I was asking them, hey, are you interested in creating a Talk to the Entity class in Istanbul? So we did that, and this class will be this week. And I'm very, very excited. And you might ask, who was talking to you and saying, go to Istanbul, go to Istanbul? Well, I would say entities were talking to me or communicating. And what sometimes occurs is that a city can ask yourself or kind of invite you to come, because the entities there would love you to contribute to the energy in the town. They would love to learn to get the tools. They would love to get people with bodies to the town, to the city, and have the tools of Talk to the Entities, which means it's actually very simple. If we Talk to the Entities, we have 3 things that we always only do with entities. The first thing is clear them. The second is communicate. And the third one is to receive from entities. So when I talk about communicating with entities, have you ever experienced maybe that you had voices? You heard voices talking to you like, you should do that, you should not do that, you can't do that, you can do that, something like that. Has anyone experienced that before? And just, I mean, just if evet, do it like that. If it's a yes, yeah. Or have you had maybe this sense that something is touching you? and there was nobody there visible? Or have you ever experienced that you all of a sudden you got a headache, or you got dizzy, or you had to cough all of a sudden like that? So that might be, if you ask, or when you ever had that, you can ask, okay, are those entities? And if yes, if it feels light. In Access, we have this question, does it feel light or heavy? Does it feel expansive or contracting? So that you know when it's light or expanding, then it's a yes. And if it's heavy and contracting, it's a no for you. So when you ask that, oh, entities, and you get yes, so then you can ask the question, hey, shall I clear them? Yes or no? Light or heavy? Shall I communicate with them? Or just receive from them? Now let's do a little exercise with entities all together. Now you don't have to know how that works. Just give the intention to lower all your barriers. Now all your walls. So, and if I don't know if you're familiar with the access clearing statement, which is like a magic wand we use to clear, to delete stuff. That goes, let's uncreate and destroy, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, now let's uncreate and destroy all the fear, all the doubt, all the panicking that you have towards entities and entity awareness. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And now let's uncreate and destroy all the lies that you bought from movies, from maybe your parents, from friends, from TV, television, from family. What entities are and what they are not. What they can and what they cannot. And that they are more powerful than you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, and push down all the barriers again and the walls that maybe came up now. And just be aware when I ask you, are there entities around you? And by entities, I mean, mostly in Talk to the Entities, I mean ghosts, people who died without body, and demons, and teammates, and some other entities. So, are there entities around you? Yes or no? And you can put that into the chat. Yes, yes, yes, no, yes, no, whatever. Ooh.
There are so many yes right now.
Yeah, I see that. That's awesome. So, now, let's ask those entities to step away from you, let's say 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters. And just be aware if the energy shifts a little bit, if you get more space for yourself. Okay? Now, let's clear those entities who are here to be cleared. And by clearing, that does not mean go away, don't want to have you here. It's just showing the entities that they have a different choice than sticking to the place, hanging around, that they can realize, oh my God, I don't have to stay here. I can move on if I like to. Okay. Now let's go to the clearing together. So all the entities that are hanging around you now, who are you? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? And who will you be in the future? What is your job here? What was your job before that? And before that? And before that? And before that? And before that? Before that? Before that? Before that? And what will your job be in the future? And what are you? And what were you before that? What were you before that? What were you before that? What were you before that? And what will you be in the future? Now, will you take all your magnetic imprinting and your luggage with you and leave? Thank you very much. Okay, and now just get the energy. Has it changed? Have you more space for yourself? And if yes or no, just put that into the chat. Okay. And see, that's how we clear entities. And was that hard? Was that difficult? See, the great thing about talk to the entities is that you get to realize more. First of all, what are your signs of entity awareness? How does that sort of feel when entities are around you? And when you know that, you can clear them, communicate, or receive from them. It's that simple. Okay? So let's do another clearing. And that's an issue where people have, sometimes they have fear around it. That's about the demons. So demons never ever bring you lightness or kindness or gratitude. The demon's job is to destroy you and your body. It's as simple as that. So let's all together do that. If you just get your awareness. Are there demons hanging around with you now? Maybe. Just yes or no. And if we deal with demons, that sometimes you get a yes and a no and a yes and a no and a yes. So ask truth. Are there demons hanging around? And the demon clearing, it only works in English. So Banu is not going to translate that. We will say that in English. So all the demons hanging around, on you, at you, around you, return to from whence you came, never to return to our lives, our bodies, our reality ever again. Return to from whence you came, never ever to return to this reality ever again. Return to from whence you came, never to return to our lives, our bodies, our realities ever again. Return to from whence you came, never to return to this reality ever again. That's the demon clearing. So guys, are you feeling lighter or heavier now? Any change?
So one of the participants said that she couldn't hear it.
It doesn't really matter because the energy did its work.
Okay.
So
okay, I will just say that.
And see if she feels lighter or heavier, if people have more space now. Yeah.
So just two of them, yeah, they said okay now. They said, and there is one question, Katharina.
Yes.
One of the participants asked, when they are making the demon clearing, should they be really strong or really authorized or not?
Now,
demon clearing should be done really strong, authorized, or the question is this?
Yeah. You see, it doesn't really matter. It's more like your energy, like you really want them to go like that. But it's not, you don't have.
Katharina ya, demon temizliğini gerçekten yaparken otoriter olunmalı mı? Ve bu aslında enerjetik olarak onlara, evet, ekomuz var, bundan da aynı zor. Onlara gitmeleri talep ettiğinizi söylemeniz bekliyor. Herkes kendini sessize alabilirse ben... Evet.
Şu an benimle konuşuyor olmaz. Ama şimdi görüyorum ki seni biraz fazla
There are so many entities right now.
Lütfen herkes kendini sessize alabilir mi?
No.
Siz de oradan alabilirsiniz sessiz. Evet, alıyorum fakat tekrar açılıyor.
That's interesting what's going on now. Okay. Who's that? Hatice, or how do you pronounce it? Can you say it to mute her? I can't do that.
Hatice,
Oh, good.
Hatice, can you do it? Okay.
No, it's
fine.
okay.
Katharina, can you hear me?
Yes.
Katharina, it's strange because the computer or the Zoom unmutes everybody. It's constantly asking me, the host would like you to unmute your phone, to unmute you,
Okay.
and I always say stay mute. So there is something interesting here.
Yes, see, that's funny. If you engage a little bit with the entities, they show up and they sometimes like to play with the technology.
Ve eğer gerçekten
That's normal. So that's the way how they can sort of say, hello, we are here. Okay. So now let's tell all the entities that we are today not communicating to them. And if they want us to communicate, please come to the class on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And now you may leave. Okay? So, yeah, I would love to say something about the class this weekend, about Talk to the Entity class. This is like foundation class. I don't know if you have attended that before. It's a class where you get facilitated with all the things that are going on in your life related to entities. So then we are going to clear that, going to clear fear and all the things. You learn how to learn. I don't want to say learn, but you get to an easy way to communicate with entities. And there's a lot of time to really dive into all of your questions that you have. Maybe if you're facilitating other people, of clients you have. Because sometimes you see entities, if you refuse to be aware of them, it can really fuck up your life, okay? And if you refuse to acknowledge that you are aware of entities, that might hurt by the time. Because it's a capacity you have. There's not something wrong with you if you can hear or smell or sense or just be aware of entities. That's a huge capacity. But it takes the first step to acknowledge that. And that's part of the Talk to the Entity class as well, that we create and destroy everywhere where you believe that being aware of entities is a wrongness. So let's do that now. Uncreate and destroy all that, right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So is there any question around, is there something going on in your life maybe where you want to have more clarity related to entities, or are there questions about the class? Banu?
I'm just reading the questions. Okay, there is a question and I can't remember the English word of that. Nazar, entitylerle ilgili. Berrak, do you hear me?
As well?
or Zuhal?
Yes, I can hear you.
Berak, what is nazar in English?
Actually, there is no word for that.
Yeah, there is no
far as I
specific
know.
Can you
word for that.
describe it?
Evil eye. We say evil eye.
Evil eye. Evil eye.
An
This
evil
is not
eye?
Yani
evil eye.
şeytan
This
gözü
is not.
gibi.
This is not evil eye. Okay, there is a belief in
Yani-
Turkey, like when you see somebody is really beautiful, or when you say something really good, then they believe that there will be some bad energies on them.
Banu'cum
Nazar
şu
is
anda
something like
Turenk'e
that.
baktım. Turenk'te de nazarın karşısında evil eye diye yazıyor. Demin
Evil
söylediğim
eye.
gibi canım.
Evet, evet,
Evet.
fakat çok kullanışlı değil o. Yani anlatmıyor. So,
Veya vemi diyor.
Vemi. Vemi.
What is the question then exactly with the evil eye?
And question is evil eye is related with the entities?
So what does she know? Is she asking that?
Yeah, she. Her name is Fatima.
Mm-hmm.
Fatima Hanım sormuş nazar entitilerle mi ilgili diye.
So is evil eye something related to entities, or is it just an invention by people? Is it just an invention? Is it just...
Okay. I will ask that. Ve Katarina sormamı istiyor. Nazar sizce entitilerle mi ilgili yoksa?
What does she know?
So one of the participants said it is an invention.
Yeah. So...
And there is another question also.
Mm-hmm.
That question saying that whenever she goes to rock festival or something like that, there are too much alcohol and drugs there. So how can she clear all them? This is the question.
Okay, that's a great question. Exact. Cool. See, if you are aware of entities, just first of all, you don't have to clear them all the time, okay? That's a choice. That's so important to get that. It's a choice. Because sometimes people think if they have the tools and they are aware of entities, they have to work all day and night with 4 entities. So if she goes to a festival, to a rock festival, and she's aware of entities like drug entities, alcohol entities hanging around, she can clear all of them if she likes to, that wants to be cleared. Just like we did it before, like asking, who are you? What is your job here? Who were you before that? What were you before that? What was your job before that? And before. And who will you be in the future? What will you be in the future? What will your job be in the future? And then take all your magnetic imprinting and your luggage and leave now. The thing is with drugs and alcohol entities that they're not aware. So sometimes you just have to clear the drug and the alcohol out of them, like, you know, uncreate and destroy all the drug and alcohol. Or just tell them, to step away from you, step away 10 meters, 100 meters, or whatever kilometers, step away. So if you don't want to clear them, you don't want to communicate, just tell them to step away, okay? You see, with entities, it's actually the same like with people with bodies. That's not very different. Some of them are.
There is
Yeah?
another question, Katharina, and one of the participants said thank you. And another question is this okay with the hospitals as well?
Yes. Yeah. Great. Those are really places where you have, many entities hanging around. And it's similar like the drug. I mean, in hospital, people get drugs. Drugs does not mean taking marijuana or LSD or something like that. The drugs, like the medicine they get. And if people die on those drugs, medicines, they're not very conscious. So what you can do there is, ask all the drug to uncreate and destroy all the drugs, eliminate and dissipate them. And then you can clear the entities. But sometimes that takes hours or days or weeks or months till the drugs are eliminated and dissipated from the energetic body. But it's great if you go into hospital, if you work there, if you have those tools. What change could that create? How much more space would that create? And how much lighter would it be to be there or work there? Is there another question, Ban?
There is another question asking, are there entities who are died in the intensive care units of the hospitals?
What if
The
they
question
stay there?
is,
Yeah.
are there entities attached at the people who were died at intensive care unit?
Okay. So is she working in a hospital? Or she?
I will ask. Yes, she's working at hospital.
Okay. You see, entities can be attached, in a sense that if we have entities attached to us, to our body or in our body, that's not because they're evil or something, or they're bigger than, more powerful than we are. That's because we did allow them in. Mostly not in a very conscious way, but we did say yes in whatever way, for whatever reason. And they would not really make that so significant. So if you have the tools to clear them, that's pretty easy then. Sometimes you need to communicate to them.
Sadece belki de onlarla iletişim kurmanızla ilgilidir bu. And she said, Katharina, especially she is aware of entities, especially at intensive care unit, and she says morgue.
She says what?
Morgue. Morgue is the place that they keep the dead bodies in Turkey in hospitals.
Ah, yeah.
And she says she has so much awareness, especially at morgues and intensive care units.
Ah, okay, yeah. And see, we could do something together if she likes that. Ask if she likes to do right now some clearing for the hospital and that place where they keep the dead bodies. Yeah, shall we?
Yes, she says yes.
Okay. Now we can all together do this exercise, like just using the tools. Just go to that place where you work. What's her name?
Her name is Nurten. Yeah, Nurten Gündüz.
Okay.
Nurten.
Okay. Now we all go with our awareness to the hospital. And just get the energy. You don't have to know where it is exactly. It doesn't matter. Go to that hospital where she works. Okay, now just get a sense of the energy. How you feel, if you can breathe freely. Is it are emotions coming up or feelings? Okay, and we just clear them together. Okay, who are you? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Before that, before that, before that, before that, before that, before that, before that. Who will you be in the future? What are you? What were you before that, and before that, before that, before that, before that? What will you be in the future? What is your job here? What was your job before that, and before that, before that, before that, before that, before that, before that? What will your job be in the future? Take all your magnetic imprinting and your luggage with you. You can leave now. You're free. What have you made so vital about hanging around here, staying at this place, sticking to a dead body, everything that is? Let's uncreate and destroy that. Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And I just sense if there's a shift in the energy, if something has changed. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, she says yes.
Okay, cool. And see, you can use those tools wherever you are, wherever you go. If you're in an airplane, if you're at a station, if you're in a hospital, if you're in a supermarket, wherever you are, you can ask, okay, entities. And then you can use this clearing statement and clearing the entities. And what we in the class we will go through different kind of entities as well. Like now we had the demons, now we have the ghosts, and we will do exercises with your teammates that you have. and we'll touch on different entities that you might not have heard before, and just how to clear them and what to do with them. So all of that is really very, very simple. And we'll use the tools from Access Consciousness. Which you see, before I got to know those tools from Access Consciousness and talk to the entities tools, I had to do with depression all the time. Sometimes I thought I would go crazy, insane. And I knew that there were demons and entities. But I did not know what to do with them. I did not know how to clear them. So I just did, burned incense, like try to get rid of them. And now, since I have those tools, life is so much easier, so much more fun. And I never ever had to do anything with depression. Yay. And maybe if you have kids, that's great if they have the tools as well. So, my kids sometimes would say, "Mommy, there's a woman standing there with her child." And they're like, "What?" And now I know I can clear them, I can communicate, or just receive from them. And for a long time, I did not want to receive from entities. And that was really painful, because the entities who wanted to contribute to me, they're like putting pressure on me, like my body did hurt. Until I said, okay, yes. And all of a sudden, all the body symptoms would go away. And I would have really ease. So what would it take for you, to have those tools for every day, for yourself, for your friends, for your family, to use it for the city you live in? And what can we all together change? With this class this weekend for Istanbul, for Turkey, and for us, everything that doesn't allow that we be, know, receive, perceive that, choose that, let's anchor and destroy it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, there's another question from Yasmin.
Yes,
there is another question. Yeah.
I would like to ask Banu, can you see on the chat on English part?
I can say it, and there is another question on Turkish one. Oh, how does it get any better than this?
Yasemin's question in Turkish.
Where is Yasemin? Satılamayan ya da kiraya verilemeyen bir evde nedeni entity olarak. There is a question with a house which cannot be sold or which cannot be hired. can there be entities at that house?
Now I ask you, what do you know? Are there entities in the house, around the house? Just yes or no?
And with this question, there was a question. Chat'te bir sorumuz vardı. Satılamayan ve kiralanamayan evler. Yes or no yazabilirsiniz.
Yeah. Jesus. Yes.
Yasemin Hanım. Yasemin Hanım bizi duyuyorsa. Yasemin Hanım bir saniye.
Banucuğum chatte yazıyor. Okuyabiliyor musun? Ben okuyayım mı senin için, tercüme edebilmen için?
Okuyabilirsen çok mutlu olurum Berrak.
Tabii. Yasemin şu anda İngilizce kısmında katılmış vaziyette. Diyor ki şu an gözlerimin üzerinde sanki 10 ton ağırlık var. Bana ait olmadığını biliyorum
Tamam.
ama şu an ne yapabiliriz?
So what's that
Bu
in
aynı
English?
soruyu soran kişi mi? I'm just asked Bayrak if this is the same lady or another lady. There is a written on the English one chat. She says she felt 10 tons of heaviness
Yes,
on
same.
her eyes. The same lady, okay?
Same lady, yeah.
So same lady said that she has feeling of 10 of tons heaviness on her eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
And she said she knows that this doesn't belong to her. What she can do right now?
Okay. So first of all, if she knows it does not belong to her, would you please return that to sender with attached consciousness and see if that changes?
Katarina diyor ki lütfen bunu çözümleyerek kaydına verebilir. Lütfen bakar mısınız?
Fark var mı? Yasemin Hanım bir fark var mı?
That's a great question to ask anyway. Who does this belong to?
Yasemin Hanım bir fark var mı? Bu kime ait?
Chat'e yazabilirsin.
Bu
Cevabı.
kime ait diye sordu Katharina.
Has it changed, Banu? By returning it to sender? She said no. And it's not hers. It does not belong to her.
Yasemin Hanım bu size mi ait? She can't hear me. That's strange. How does it? And she said now it doesn't belong to her.
Okay. So I can ask her, what has she made so significant or important to keep having that? Let's
Yasemin Hanım
destroy that.
Katarina sormak istiyorum der. Bunu tutmakla ilgili neyi bu kadar önemli ve değerli geçerli kıldınız? Bununla ilgili her şeyi yıkıp yaratımla iptal edebilir miyiz?
Uncreate and destroy that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pok, online,
Right and wrong, good and bad, podem pok, online, short boys, beyonds.
So, and then, yeah. And if it does not change, ask her, are those entities? Is she aware of entities?
Ve yine değişmezse sorabilir miyiz? Lütfen siz entitilerin farkında mısınız? Bu entitilerin farkındalığı mı? She says she's a bit lighter now.
Yeah, okay, great.
Evet, harika.
So, what she can do something, as we did before, when she asked the entities to step away, choose now step
Daha önce
away.
yaptığımız gibi lütfen entitiler benden metrelerce uzağa gidin.
Out of her room, out of her house, out of her flat.
Odanın
whatever.
dışına çıkın, evin dışına çıkın.
Does that change? Create more space?
Yasemin Hanım, şu an değişiklik var mı? Sizin için daha fazla alan oluştu mu? Yes.
Okay.
She
yeah.
says yes.
And that's cool. These are exactly the things that we will dive into at the class, like, you know, what's going on, and ask questions. And clear and facilitate. And you see, that's so easy. Just ask the question, are those entities? Yes or no? First step. And then you just ask the 3 questions. Do I clear them? Do I communicate? Do I receive from them? And yeah, what I would love to ask all the people here on the Zoom, is there anyone who is afraid or scared of entities? Maybe they can raise their hands. Or they think they are weird because they are aware of entities, something like that. Tulay, no. Yeah, cool. Fatima, okay.
And there is another lady, Melike.
Mm-hmm. She said yes. Okay. So when you have fear coming up, or doubt, or yeah, fear, first of all, that's now it's actually always, it's a distractor implant. It's a lie that distracts you from your awareness and from your potency. So what you can do when you get fear is uncreate and destroy it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Fear always keeps you away from your power, your potency, your capacities that you have. Now let's do that again. All the fears, all the distractor implants that come up when you think of entities, when you are aware of entities, let's please uncreate and destroy them all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And that's the clearing statement. Okay, has it changed now?
Melike Hanım says so. So.
So who does this sphere belong to? Who did she, yeah, is it hers?
She says yes, it belongs to her.
Okay. So does it belong to her or to an entity that is with her or around her? Truth.
That belongs to the entity that is with her.
Okay. Isn't that cool? That we just can ask questions and boom, we know. And then we can change it. Okay. So the next step would be to, to ask the entity, to clear the entity that is with her, around her. If she wants that.
She says yes.
She wants to clear that entity. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that and then let's wrap up the Zoom and come to an end. Is it one entity or more that she's having there?
She showed with fingers too, and then the screen is gone. Her video is gone.
Okay. Now, all the entities that are with her, in her, that create this sphere. Who are you? What are you? What is your job here? Who were you before that? What were you before that? Was your job before that? And before that, and before that, before that, before that, before that, before that, before that, before that. Who will you be in the future? What will you be in the future? What will your job be in the future? What have you made so vital and significant to cling on to this body here? Everything that is, let's uncreate and destroy that. Right and wrong, good, bad, pon, poc, all nine shorts, pause, and beyonds. Who did allow you to hang on to this body, to stick here? Everything that is, let's uncreate and destroy that. Right and wrong, good, bad, pon, poc, all nine shorts, pause, and beyonds. Now, take all your magnetic imprinting and your luggage with you. You have to leave now. You're free, you can go. Thank you very much. Now, is that any different? Is it? Has it changed, Banu?
She's writing art. I think she's writing.
Okay.
Bir fark var mı sizin için Melike Hanım?
And see.
Tamam. Tamam. She says she's a bit lighter.
Mhm.
They are away from her. She's still aware of them. They are still there. She's lighter.
Okay, cool. Is she coming to the class? Is she thinking about coming to the class? Because we could dive deeper into that.
Çok daha derin bakabiliriz bu konuya eğer sınıfa geliyorsanız. She's not coming for the class.
Okay, and for the intro, not?
Cuma akşamı olacak olan intro sınıfına katılacak mısınız? She says for now, no.
Okay.
Sorry,
İstanbul'da
Katharina.
mısınız?
Yeah.
Katharina, I would like to say there is one question from
Yes.
Buket.
Mm-hmm.
It's the part that is in Turkish.
Tamam.
Like to let's say, if you say yes, I'm going to read it to Banu so she can translate.
Yeah, let's take that last one, okay?
Okay. Banucuğum okuyayım mı senin için? Chat'te yazıyor göremiyorsan.
Evet Berrak'cığım lütfen.
Bedenimde ve kafamda entitiler olduğunu hissediyorum. 7 ay önce ameliyat oldum. İngilizceye çevirecek misin? Devam edeyim sonra.
So there is a lady who wrote on the chat she had heaviness. Berrak, was that pain or heaviness?
No, bedenimde ve kafamda entitiler olduğunu hissediyorum. 7 ay önce ameliyat oldum.
Oh, she is aware of entities on her head and her body. She had operation 7 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Kemiklerime platin takıldı. Kaynama süreci çok yavaş.
She had the metal platins on her bones, and the releasing time is so slow.
Hayat kalitemi çok kısıtlıyor. Bedenim ve ruhum çok yorgun. Bu kadar.
She is really tired,
Mm-hmm.
and all this time is so heavy for her soul and her body.
Okay. So, did she pick up entities or did she invite? If you get a like operation, like we are in the hospital, if you have the anesthetic.
Eğer hastanelerde bir ameliyat, bir operasyon geçirdiyseniz ve anestezi aldıysanız,
sometimes entities come to your body or come with you into your body.
Bazen entitiler bedeninizde ya da alanınızda olabilirler, gelebilirler.
And yes, and then she can clear them with this clearing that we did several times now and ask those entities, hey, who are you? What are you? And what is your job here? Who were you before that? What were you before that? And what was your job before that? And before that, and before that, before that. You go back to the future, past, back, before that, before that, before that, before that.
Ve bununla ilgili bedeninizde algıladığınız tüm entitilerle ilgili daha önce yaptığımız gibi entitileri temizleme cümlelerini kullanabilirsiniz. Entitiler siz kimdiniz? Ondan önce siz kimdiniz? Entitiler bu bedende işiniz ne? Entitiler siz neydiniz? Gelecekte siz kim olacaksınız? Gelecekte ne olacaksınız? Gelecekte işiniz ne olacak?
And then go to the future. Who will you be in the future? What will you be in the future? What will your job be in the future?
Ve geleceğe gidip tekrar gelecekte siz kim olacaksınız? Gelecekte siz ne olacaksınız? Gelecekte işiniz ne olacak?
And you can talk to them like you would talk to people. Hey, you don't have a body anymore. This is my body. You have to leave
Ve
now.
aslında onlarla, insanlarla konuştuğunuz gibi konuşarak hey artık senin bir bedenin yok ve bu yüzden artık gitmelisin diyebilirsiniz.
So has that changed something in her body?
Ve bu şimdi bedeninizde herhangi bir şey değiştirdi mi? Bu sizde herhangi bir şey değiştirdi mi? Evet, duyuyorum sizi. She says, tekrar söyler misiniz az önce? She was feeling sleepy before the clearing. She had heaviness on her eyes. She is a bit lighter now.
Cool.
Evet.
Cool.
And she says she's still aware of them, that they are still there.
Yeah. And she could really do that by herself. You know, that's what we do with the tools. We use them and talk to them. Communicate and clear them. And sometimes it helps if you tell them, hey guys, you died. You don't have a body anymore, okay? Did you realize that? You're free to go. You don't have to hang around here. And you see, if one thing does not work, use the other one. If the clearing does not work, then you go to communicate with them. Okay. Are there any more questions? Or something? Okay. Okay, Fatma, yeah, she had the same. Okay. Yep. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if there are.
Sorry, Katharina, would you please let our participants that if they would like to show up, they can come for a Friday night. They don't have to continue for the weekend. They can choose on the Friday night after they attend your lovely intro class.
Yes.
Because some of them knows that they have to attend 2.5 days totally.
No.
But they can only.
It's, yeah, there's an intro class, as you said, Barak, now on Friday evening at 7 to 9. And if you want then to attend the class on Saturday and Sunday, you can still choose then. Like the intro is like what we did today, like diving a little bit into the facilitating and the tools, and you can come with your questions and we can work on them. And if that feels fun for you and ease, you can still choose to come to the class on Saturday and Sunday. So you don't have to know that by now. Okay? That's all choice.
Katharina, there is a question if they can attend on Zoom at intro class.
No. We would have to figure out how to do the Zoom online. At Zoom, not online, like the class online. The intro, that could, I think that's possible, but the class itself is not online. they have to be there.
Katharina,
Yeah. Well,
I did it once. We did intro via
online.
Zoom
Mm-hmm.
in the same hotel online. Yes. So
Okay.
I know how to do it.
Okay.
We just need 3 computers. I'm going to bring my computer. Are you going to bring your computer too?
Yep. Yep.
I am
Okay.
going to bring
One more.
my computer too, guys. So we have so many technical things together.
Okay.
How does it get any better
Okay.
than this?
When we have 3 computers, we can do it.
Okay.
If
ladies.
you choose to do it online.
Yeah. We figured that out, and we'll send you after this. We send you an email if it's possible or not, so that you can attend online for the intro class, and then send out as soon as you are registered, you get the Zoom link for that. But I have to figure that out first, okay? And we let you know if that is possible then, okay? But the class itself, Saturday, Sunday, can't be online. That's just in person. Okay. Do we have the link to register somewhere here, ladies? To put in the chat. Banu, maybe you can put it in.
I put it in the chat when we started the Zoom. If you want, I can share it again.
Yeah, but I mean the Zoom, not the Zoom link, to register for the class and for the intro.
Oh.
Do you have that somewhere? Oh, I just put it in here. Yes.
Şimdi Zoom katılım linkini arıyoruz chat'e koymak için. Ve o bir yerlerde varsa chat'e ekleyeceğiz.
Are there any other questions, Banu?
Ve bu arada başka sorusu olan var mı?
About the class.
There is a thank you from Saadet.
Hey, you're welcome.
Banu, thank you. Katharina, thank you very much.
You're so
Herkese,
welcome.
katılımcı olan herkese teşekkürler. Biz de size teşekkür ediyoruz.
I just try to get to my calendar. It takes a lot of time here. Sorry. Okay. My computer is very, very slow. Sorry about that.
Bilgisayarımız şu an çok yavaş. Bunun için özür diliyor Katharina.
So this is the... my goodness, what is that? Hell. No. So this is the link to register for the intro.
Ve intronun kayıt linkini İngilizce Zoom'da görebilirsiniz şu anda. Chat kısmında.
And here comes the link for the class itself, for the 2-day class. Okay? Yeah, you see the
2 günlük sınıfın linki de şu anda.
But you find it on the Access Consciousness homepage. Find it under my name, Katharina Aniya Mies. Find all the classes.
Web sayfasında benim adımı yazdığınızda ve tüm sınıflar dediğinizde Katharina Mies. Aslında sınıfı bulacaksınız ve kayıt linklerini.
And you have more questions, you can get to Banu, to Zual, to Berak on Facebook and by email. Okay.
Katharina, just a second. sharing the links again on the Turkish Zoom.
Yes, that's great. I can see that. You're great. So thank you all very, very much for being here, for taking the time, and for being interested in, creating and being with entities to really create more consciousness on the planet, to create change, and to get the whole entity issue out of this dark space, of this scary space, okay? That's awesome. So is now the time for a huge change with entities and being with entities. So, and I'm looking so forward to meet you one day, maybe this week, maybe not, maybe another time, wherever. Take care. And all my gratitude to you. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye, bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye, Katharina.
Yeah.
Okay. Hoi hoi. Okay.